Good morning, 4th and 5th graders. Welcome to week 2 of online music learning. Last week, in week 1, there were lots of questions, but that's okay because I figured out some things that I could change to help everything run a little bit more smoothly. So this video is going to walk you through this week's lesson and hopefully make sure you know exactly what you do. So that way, if you do have a question, of course, always feel free to come ask me through email, but you can refer back to this video when the time comes for you to actually do it. So I'm going to share my screen with you so that way you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I think we're good. So here I am on the 4th grade special page. 5th grade, yours will look very similar, so don't worry. To access any assignments or anything that you need to do, make sure you're always going to classwork. Don't look at it in the stream. Okay, here we are, all of your specials, and then here's our music section. I left a few things on here from last week because I didn't get every single one turned in, so I want to make sure that was still there if you did not get to turn that in or didn't know how. But for this week, there's a few things you should be looking at. The first thing after watching this video is this week 2 lesson. Okay, this is what you always want to use as a guide for you as you go through this week. Okay, so open that Google document up. And here it has our lesson plan for the week. All right, so a lot of the stuff you're going to be doing is on Quaver now. So hopefully you got that Quaver account set up for yourself. If you didn't, please, as soon as possible, get on a Google Hangout with me so we can figure that out and I can walk you through it. So your first activity for this week is the Chords and Harmony episode on Quaver. So we've been talking lots about chords and harmony and rock music and how those all go together. So we're going to start the week by watching the Chords and Harmony episode from Quaver. So here's how you're going to get there. Go to quavermusic.com and then you're going to click log in the top corner. Let me log out so you'll see what you'll see. So here's what you'll see for the sign-in page. This is where you'll put that username you made and your password. If you haven't already put our 4th and 5th grade class code in here, you will need to do that. If you don't know what that is yet, make sure you open Quaver Student Account Setup, and I have them in this PDF, so you can look at those there. All right, enter. Once you hit enter, it takes you to this little dashboard, your student dashboard. If you ever want, you can explore some of these other student interactives and creatives. There's like really fun things for you to do there. But for what you need to do for this week, that's going to be under your assignments, okay? I obviously have all of the ones that I made here because I want to know what they look like, but yours will say 4th and 5th grade. All right, so click on this red rectangle that says week 2. And I have the instructions here for you to read. And you can either click assignments or launch. Either one takes you to everything you need. And here we are, right at the Chords and Harmony episode. So you can open it, make it big, turn on the subtitles if you want. You'll need to watch that whole episode. Now let's see what's next. 2, what are chords? Okay, so to get there, you're just going to hit next. And we've all seen this before in music class, but this is a nice little review of your definitions and how they're made with what numbers. Remember, 1 chord, 1, 3, 5. The 4 chord is 4, 6, 8, and 5, 7, 2 for your 5 chord. So remember all of that stuff just as a review. Okay, that's just review for you. And then this is a fun little game you're going to play, major or minor. Skip interval monkey for now. So major or minor, first you are going to need to read the little question on here because that's how you're going to answer it. Who's playing the minor chord? So you'll listen to Bob and Dylan, and then you need to pick which one is the minor chord. And remember, minor sounds kind of like it looks like outside today, dark and gloomy, sad. A major chord sounds like when we finally get to go back to school and see all of our friends and students and have fun learning again together. So that would be a happy sound. Okay, so you can do a couple practices and then go ahead and turn the game mode on and see how many you can get right. All right, so a little challenge for you. Okay, that was that. Next is your listening log. So the listening log last week was giving some people lots of issues. Here's the link here in your week 2 lesson plan if you want to access it here. But I also made it way easier on Google Classroom. And remember, you turn nothing in on Quaver. Don't turn anything on in Quaver. You turn in everything on here. Okay. So listening log 2. And what I did is I also put the link right here to the YouTube video of the song. We're listening to a piece of music called On Hearing the First Cuckoo in Spring. Since we're finally in spring, I thought this would be a great piece for us to listen to. And then you have the music here, and also here's your listening log form. I made the questions more spaced out, and I took away some of those ones that were a little confusing. And now what you can do is you can just type all of your answers right on this form as you go under each question. And then when you're done, I don't have it because this is my teacher page, but up here you're going to have a little button that says turn in. So type your answers right here as you're listening. Make sure you use those music words like forte or piano or prestissimo or largo. I don't want to see the music was fast. The music was loud, right? We want to use those music words, okay? So you'll hit turn in and that will send it to me and I can go through your answers and give you points for spending the time doing that, okay? And now the last thing you have for the week, this is not part of your lesson per se, you don't have to do it, but it's just a little extra fun activity that goes along with it. Interval monkey back on Quaver. So I'll go back one. So here, what you can do is just drag a music note to the staff. I'll start on a G. And then go ahead and pick somewhere else, E. So it's a skip. If you hit play, a little monkey will jump and show you what that sounds like. So your challenge is to do all skips and see, oh, it's not gonna work for me, but see if you can make chords on here. Chords are gonna be made when you skip. If I started here, I would skip to here, okay? So make some chords and see what those sound like, all right? And that is everything for our week 2 lesson. So I think that's it for now. If you do have any questions or if you did not get your Quaver account set up, I do want you to reach out to me as soon as possible so I can make sure you're ready to go to do all those activities, all right, and learn all about chords and harmony. So please, again, if you have any questions, email, request a Google Hangout. I'm always sitting here at my computer from about at least 10 to 2, but usually way before that as well. So I'm always going to be here to help you pretty quickly if you're confused on something. Do these lessons when you normally come to music. That's a good time to do it. Or if you're someone who has a lot of video chatting going on with your teacher, or your parents are working from home and you can't get on till the evening, that's fine. Do this stuff for music when you can, all right? Just make sure it's all turned in by Friday, so that way I have everything you need to do, okay? I forgot to also really quickly show you the chords and harmony questions. All right, oh, I already have a question there, so I will answer that after this video. But once you watch the episode, make sure you turn these questions in here just like you would with the listening log. Type your answers, submit, okay? All right, thank you everyone. I will talk to you next week when I make my week 3 video, and until then, I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.